I can't see anyone, but this is how I like it. So, this story takes place in about 1998. But I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. I was a little boy. I was born in Alaska, Minnesota. And I get home in about 2nd grade, and my mom says, Andrew, sit down. I said, I didn't do anything wrong. What the fuck happened? Shut the fuck up and sit down. So, okay, I sit down, and she tells me, we're moving to Germany. I said, whoa. You mean Georgia, right? She said, yeah, sure. So I'm thinking, it's in the lower 48. In my head, it's still English. It's still normal, right? No. Come summer, we come back to Minnesota where our cabin's at, near Bemidji. We spent like 8 weeks, we have a little Chinese pug running around, and shit's getting serious. My mom's getting all stressed. We get on the plane, and I thought it was going to be a 3-hour flight. Fast forward, people are speaking different languages, I'm a little kid, I don't know what's going on. I still think we're going to Georgia. No, we're in Germany now. So this is about 5 years after the wall, and I'm a little kid from, Minnesota, Alaska, somewhere in between. I was not ready to be in Berlin. But I say this because my story that I'm about to tell you is called The Super Pooper Story. And this is the story about how I shit my pants in 6th grade. So I had been in Berlin for about 3 or 4 years, and made some friends. Some friends I'm still with today. And one day I told my mom, listen, I'm in 6th grade. I'm 11, 12 years old, okay? I spend the night at my buddy's house on a weeknight. My mom, being who she is, a single mom raising 2 kids, from Alaska, not knowing the language, moving her 2 kids over to Germany, she's an intense person, so you don't want to upset this person. So I just tell her it's going to be a low-key night over my friend Camillo's house. Well, it was a low-key night. We're in 6th grade. What the fuck are you going to do in 6th grade, right? His dad fed me horse, and I think it was steak that night. And before letting me know that it's horse, they just asked me, yo, tastes good? And I was like, fuck yeah, schmeckt sowas von gut. Ich liebe es, ganz ehrlich. Ich will einfach mehr davon, yeah? So, the next morning, I wake up and I'm like, yo, Camillo, mein Bauch, like my tummy, es tut irgendwie weh. It's giving me some problems. And he's like, man, just shut up, man. Like, well, let's get to school. Well, we had to switch trains to get to school. So we had to take the U-Bahn, the underground train, and then we had to switch to take the overground train. Don't slip. And on the way to school, I'm just realizing, man, my tummy, it fucking hurts. Something's not right. It just, I don't know. The more we get to school, the more my tummy starts to rumble. And we finally get out at S-Bahnhof Zehlendorf. I will never forget. I remember everything vividly, because it's the day I shit my pants in 6th grade. You don't forget this shit, alright? And I get out, and I'm like, yo, Camillo, we can get to school in about 8 minutes if we walk. But he's like, no, we're not walking, we're taking the bus. It was a 1-minute bus ride, but you don't know if the bus is going to come. Anyways, we start waiting for the bus. It was me, my friend Stitz, who I'm still really good friends with, Camillo, and some other people that, whatever. And I'm waiting there, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know what? This isn't going to work, because I have a situation here, and everywhere, and it's coming, whether or not anyone wants to believe it or not. And at the time, it was still Deutschmark Zeit before they implemented the euros, so we still had Pfennig and Deutschmark and solche Sachen. And I was like, okay, I see a city toilet. It's about 150 meters away, about 130 yards, whatever. I think I can do it. So I just told my friends, hey, listen, I'll see you at school. I got you. And I just book it. I fucking start running. I got this, man. I know I can do it. I'm about 10 meters away, not even 30 feet, and out of nowhere, this old grandma behind the city behind the city toilet comes out. She has a fucking cane. It's out of a fucking movie. She's struggling to get there. And like, bitte, ich muss so krass scheißen. Scheiße kommt aus meinem Arsch raus. Bitte. Und die guckt mich einfach in meinen Augen, she just looks at me straight in the eyes and says, Die Jugend von heute, the youth from today, fuck you, you need to learn. And she throws her 50 pfennig in the fucking toilet, and I just see my fate being sealed right there as the doors close. And I'm like, okay, I still have to go poo really bad, but I can't, because where am I gonna go? And I see my friends come from the bus stop over, like, why'd you run? What are you doing, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm like, well, ich muss scheißen, Alter. I have to take a shit. And as they're walking over, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe I can just let out a little. Never trust a fart. Ever. Because we all know what happens when we trust a motherfucking fart. Whoa, boom! Next thing you know, it is coming down my legs, and I'm in 5th or 6th grade, you know, I'm wearing khaki pants, a flannel shirt, and an Eddie Bauer puffy jacket, like shout out 90s, right? Like Puff Daddy, whatever, alright? And they come over, they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? What happened? I'm like, I just shit my pants. They're like, come on, man, you didn't shit your pants. I'm like, it's wintertime. Habe ich vergessen, das zu sagen? Did I forget to mention this stuff? Winterzeit, it was wintertime, so it was cold, -degrees, and they looked down, and I shit you not, there was steam coming from my Eddie Bauer khaki pants, like. But the story's not over, because, listen, I didn't have a cell phone. 1998, I'm in 6th grade. What does the guy do? Well, this would have been the end of me. I should also mention I've been a teacher now for 8 years, so I've seen the other aspect of it, but coming back to the Super Pooper story, I tell my best friends, listen, motherfucker, when you go back to school, because I'm not going back today, you can't tell anyone anything. They said, yo, we got you, right? Like, whose best friends would rat them out after you're 12 years old? You don't do that to your best friend, right? But the other problem was that I had no way of getting home because I couldn't call my mom. So I had to walk. So what I did was I took my jacket off, I put it around my, and then I had to walk about 5 blocks. I had a little telephone card, and my telephone card had money on it. So I put my telephone card in the machine after walking 5 blocks. My buddies go back to school, everything. And I say, Mom, I have an emergency. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, just come pick me up. Fast forward, she comes pick me up. She says, what? You look perfectly fine. What the fuck's wrong with you? And I go like this. You know what she does? You know what she does? My old mom starts laughing at me. And she just bought a new BMW. We'd been in Berlin by this time about 3 or 4 years. Die hat ein neues Auto gekauft. Wow. And you know what? I wasn't allowed to sit on the fucking van. I had to ride. I had to ride like this back to my apartment after calling my mom after shit my pants, right? All right. This is the worst part. You think sounds really bad. No. I get back home. My mom already shames me. My brother, he's 4 years older. He didn't have to go to school until later. He shames me, so I'm shamed beyond belief. The next morning, guess which period I had very first? Sport, or sport, PE. So I'm like 5 minutes late, taking my time. And to this day, I'm still wondering why my friends ratted me out like that. But anyways, I get in, they're taking attendance, und ich weiß noch, Herr Simpelkamp, der Sportlehrer. The sport teacher, Herr Simpelkamp, this was my fucking teacher's name. He's taking attendance. And I walk through the sport hall, and I hear like a super pooper. And I walk through the sport hall to 28 6th grade, 12, 13-year-old boys and girls saying, Super pooper. And if it weren't for the fact that my Single mom raised me to be a strong fucking dude. I would have broke me right there and then, but you know what? I am still best friends with my 2 friends that watched Steve throw out my khaki pants in that day. And it's one of those stories where it's like, you know what? It's crazy. And as a teacher, having had students shit their pants, I know how to deal with it now, right? But anyways, hey, appreciate you guys. Love you guys.